Again, so this short video is going to be on the review process, a step-by-step guide on the context of uh, what your role will be as you review articles. So we'll be using this flow chart that's provided. I sent that out in the initial emails, and then you also have access to this on this module. So the first step here is the manuscript is received. So um, through a variety of channels, the author finds the submission link to Eleutheria and submits an article. We have some marketing efforts and that help garner students and the types of individuals who are interested in submitting in an article for review. So that's the first step. Second step is my initial assessment. So you won't have to look through hundreds of submissions that are irrelevant and low quality. I will do that preliminary screening so that any assignment that you're given will have gone through myself and then the initial associate editor who will assign it to you. So that leads us to the third step, the assignment to the associate editor. So this is the first step of the double-blind process. The associate editor will not be able to see certain metadata, it's called, things like the author's name or place of origin or things that might bias their decision. So they're going to be the first um, uh, blind individual, if you'd like to put it that way, and then you as the reviewer will be the second. So I will assign it to the associate editor who is in the relevant field of the article or who is over those areas of specialization, and then they will assign it to you. So reviewers, we'll have two reviewers for every article, and we have various ways of determining how we should proceed if one reviewer um, accepts or rejects the article. But so this is the second step of the double-blind process, um, and you will be receiving an email notification saying here is an article that has been assigned to you, and then you'll just click on it, and you will be sent to the main website on bpress. That's the platform that hosts our journal, and you will click yes, I will review it, or decline and say I will not review it. Depending on if it's outside of your expertise, you might say I will not review it, um, and you will get a PDF of what the article will contain, so you can have a quick overview and then decide yes, I will or will not review it. You will be using that same link in that email after you've said you will commit or decline, um, and or if you said you will commit to reviewing it, you will use that same link in order to submit the review form so that we can register the decision. So for this, you'll have a 30-day turnaround to review the article. Um, we personally recommend that you schedule out a review time, mark it on your calendar, set a real calendar appointment on Outlook or whatever email or calendar system that you use, and it's one of those things where the 30 days is meant to account for very busy schedules, but it is something where if you do have a very busy schedule, then the priority of reviewing um, tends to be lower in comparison to more urgent matters. And I totally, this is something that I have had to learn, and and I'm sure, and many of you are much better at managing these sorts of things than I am. But this is just a recommendation, and however you prioritize your system and assignments, that's completely up to you. Um, so, as I said, the reviewers are able to see the contents of the submission, but no metadata that might bias their decision, so their background, the cover letter, things like that. Um, you will be making a decision, and you have four options here. So you'll say I accept the submission, or I accept it with minor revisions, or it may be acceptable with some major revisions, or it's just outright rejected. So the most things are accepted with minor revisions. There's very few that's accepted with no revisions, just because of the nature of there's going to be some errors here and there. And there's, for most cases, you're not going to likely accept with major revisions. We'd have to account for, um, the back and forth that will take place if major revisions are needed. The two main sorts of decisions that you'll be using will be accepting with minor revisions, or just rejecting. And as I said, this is not just a rejection and then that's it. This is an opportunity for transformative feedback, even amongst rejections, and even when you accept it, you have an opportunity to give transformative feedback. And this is when you submit the reviewer form. The reviewer form will be the rubric that you'll be using to grade the quality of the work. And so you'll be submitting that when we register the decision. All right, so step 5, the associate editor issues the review, and we're gonna, as associate editors, do a issue review and see, hey, which papers meet the theme that we're trying to put out for maybe a symposium that we're holding, and we wanted to make the journal house this symposium and focus on this theme. Or maybe it's just the theme of the semester, or a theme of the quarter. We might decide to do that. We'll parse out the journal and select the different focuses and areas of specialization based on that, and we might reserve an accepted paper for a later submission, or for a later publication, rather. So associate editors will just hold that until we have a meeting and determine which articles will be published in the current volume. Then that volume will be sent to the faculty advisory board, as stated before, and they will make the final approval. And then at the end, the issue will be published. And we'll publish this on the main website, and it'll be marketed through ATLA, Christian Periodicals, Google Scholar, places like that. So that's just a quick overview of the review process. There's much more to it than is just what is here, but I wanted to give you a context. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me and let me know, and I'll be updating this to make the content more clear as we progress.